Alright, picking off where we left off. I had to cut that other video short for YouTube because I ain't got no videos like that. Thursday's action for SPY. Let's go over it. So first things first, right? So pre-market, we already noticed we're on a pretty strong downtrend, right? The time frames are giving us that most time frames are in a bearish state, and we're already super discounted. We're at super discounted levels. So me going into the opening trade, what I'm thinking is one, the bearish trade is overcrowded, right? So what's gonna happen is bears are probably gonna take their profit at open. We also have a zone here that's gonna act as support. So if I'm gonna join a short, I want to join it somewhere up here, right? I want to look for fair value rejection and then go into overpriced territory. So if I'm playing this, right, I'm considering either not playing until it gets up here, or if I want to play some high risk stuff, I'm gonna take calls, right? So at open, there's really no setups for me. I don't have no inside or outside bars forming, so I'm gonna wait, right? So opening bell happens, first candle immediately goes down to our support zone, bounces up and creates an inside bar that taps the 5 EMA. Next candle gets shredded down to that support area, slightly breaks it, but ends up bouncing off. Still holding this support, and it got pretty close to the 12, so it rejected the 12 EMA, right? So by all means, this would be bearish, right? So you can take you would be looking at this thinking it's bearish, so you can take puts off of the 12 EMA rejection if you wanted to, or just keep waiting, right? Because we know we have two outside bars, so we're probably gonna get an explosive move soon. So what happens? We retreat slightly into that support zone one more time and absolutely rip face up to the first resistance, right? So again, like I was saying, before open, the bearish trade is already overcrowded. They killed the price from all the way up here down to here. We're near a support zone, and bears aren't really making any new ground, right? So this, you could have took puts on that 12 EMA rejection back down. You probably would have made a little bit of money, but it was extremely risky compared to another setup. Here, we have 3 holds of support, right? You could have took calls here, risking new low of day for a tap of the fair value. Next candle absolutely smacks the fair value to the upside, hits the first overvalue zone, and hits our first resistance zone over here. And you can see how these this indicator, how these zones are working, right? So I don't have to update these and draw these. They just do it automatically. Support holds here, rips up, rejects here, then it kind of holds it, rips up, right? The EMAs, the trend is now bullish, so the EMAs hold it, and it goes up. So now that we're over fair value and we're in the overvalue territory, now is where you want to start looking for short opportunities, right? You want to get an actionable signal to take shorts. So in this case right here, we got a doji, we overtake the 200 MA and the 50 MA, and now we're kind of using that support. So this is still by all means bullish. We don't want to touch it yet, right? Unless you want to try to get in with the bulls to the upside. Here we have an inside bar. So here's the first sign that, okay, something, the momentum's kind of starting to fade a bit. Let's see what's going to happen. Next candle rips face to the next resistance zone, gets near yesterday's high day, and then wicks out, right? So these, I'm pretty sure these candles have a name. I call them claymores. So what I've been noticing is lately when these appear at the either top or the bottom of an uptrend, it's going to signal a momentum change, especially if it's accompanied by an inside or outside bar, right? So I played this trade. I went short after this candle confirmed. I went short here. So I took puts here with a stop up here at new higher day, right? Because if we break this zone that we rejected very strongly, we're probably going to tap the previous day's high and rip face, right? So I took shorts there. I took about a half size position and then saved some average down position. Here, it kind of started scaring the shit out of me, right? Because we bounced off the EMA and went up. But again, we claymored off of this zone here. So I actually averaged down a bit here. And the next candle absolutely makes me money, right? So next candle sells off extremely hard. Hits fair value. That was target number 1. Then we hit this zone here. That would be target number 2 since it wicked up. Next candle gets decimated down to the opening range. So that'll be another target. Take some profit there depending on how many contracts you play. See what happens there. Here we hit the zone again. So if you didn't secure any, this zone proved extremely bouncy at the open, right? So this is where you want to take some profit, right? For sure, you want to scale most of them out. So here we got a little bounce, starts kind of lagging. It hits the 5 EMA, inside bars, then an outside bar here. You could have took this rejection of the 12, risking this zone right here if you wanted to. And then we absolutely get wrecked. We go right through this zone, into this zone, into the previous day's low, and then we printed outside bar on previous day's low. If for some reason you were still holding your shorts, this is your exit, right? So me, realistically, I probably would have been going right there. But this would be your exit, right? Because it's an outside bar, that means momentum is probably in a shift to the other side again. Here, starts kind of, rejecting the zone, gives a little bit of a breakdown of the previous day's low, and then gets sent up. So here you would have cut down some profit. You can still hold if you wanted to, but here it goes up, retakes the EMAs, but starts hitting this zone here and starts wicking out, right? So what you can do is inside bar, start monitoring, kind of a shooter bar here. You can kind of start looking to take shorts, and then here these candles confirm that it's extremely weak, so you go short. Go short down to these levels here. And yeah, then we start getting some more action. You can see here we get an inside bar kind of hammerish thing, and then it rips back out to the upside. Thursday was an insane day to play, by the way. It was just like a damn roller coaster. But those are just some examples. I highlighted this main trade here just because I took it, so it was real life experience. I took my profits here and here. I completely pussied out, I'll be honest with you. It was a crazy ass drop. Another thing that helps you notice, so another thing that gives me determination on the trade like that, right? If you look at this little Claymore candle we printed, it has the second highest volume of the day right here, right? So using volume as an indicator, this shows me, okay, there's some intense selling here. And there's indicators that can show you exactly how much was sold versus how much was bought. You can use that, but this right here is a weakness candle with high volume. That's giving me, that's giving me confirmation signs about to go down. So basically that's how I trade. That's how I'm using my system. Just for time's sake, any questions you have, you can either comment it on the YouTube video or comment it on the Discord. And I'll go over it. What I'll start doing is I'm gonna start doing my trade recaps on videos at the end of the market, so you guys can kind of see what I'm eyeing and what trades I either won or lost on. And yeah, that's about it. But just looking at just giving you guys examples here, you can see how these zones, right, holds this support zone here, boom, rips up, hits this rejection zone here, starts wicking out, hits fair value, right? So we're in a bearish trend. You don't want to join a bearish trend all the way at the bottom because you will get cooked. You want to go when it starts retracing back to fair value or overvalue, right? So it goes down to fair value and then gets wrecked. And you can see that the indicator's updating zones as it goes along. So yeah, guys, that's basically my strategy, how I trade around it. Any questions, concerns, let me know, and I will talk to you guys later.